and head of the law. Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong, welcome to the back office. I'm at the MCM Comic Con London 2016 in Excel, and yeah, this is the first time I've been here. I certainly didn't intend to come here, but I was at a loose end today, a little bit bored, so I thought I would just swing on by because a lot of the people I seem to know on YouTube were here. So it looked like a good opportunity to go and meet them, and there's a lot going on, but there's definitely people walking about, milling about, doing interesting things, so I have no idea what's going on. It's absolutely the first time I've ever been to one of these things. Look, I can see cosplayers, people I've seen on Twitter doing all this stuff, gathering around in their various paraphernalia. I better find where I have to register and log in, or whatever the comic book conference equivalent of logging in is, and hopefully we'll see something exciting. Where do I get my tickets? Where do I get my tickets? The wristband, that's what gives you access. It's starting to fill up now for sure. Definitely a lot of people in various costumes here. A few Pokemons behind me there. I think it's time though for an expensive coffee, because that'll be my breakfast and start of the day. The shutters are up, everybody's crashing through the barriers. So I don't really know anything about comics other than I did used to obviously read some as a kid, the Beano, Dandy, but more importantly 2000 AD, and you recall 2000 AD you had Judge Dredd, and Judge Dredd I think still is pretty much a contemporary comic character, so I'm hoping we'll find some Dredd related paraphernalia here today. I don't really know the layout of the exhibition, so I'm just in one of the sort of random halls, but there seems to be a lot of merchandise here. Clearly if you've got very deep pockets you could come away with a lot of swords and comics, obviously shields. Look at that, I know a lot of people who would just absolutely love that. Oh look, from Halo. You know, even I might be tempted here, and I really didn't intend to buy anything today. Just so you know, the sort of cost of the tickets to get here are relatively good. You can, depending on your level of access you want, if you want to come early, you pay a little bit more. I pay £25, so I get in at 9:30, but if you pay 15, you can get in after I think 10 or 11, which is probably long enough. Depends how long you want to spend here. If you're here with friends, I think there's a good chance of socialising. There's definitely a lot going on. Let's just turn the camera around, have a quick look, see what we can see. Very much warehousey at the moment, but I've spoke to one of the sort of, I don't know what you call them, security guard, bouncery type people, and he basically said Friday was a little bit quiet, but Saturday was roaring, but he really suspects Sunday is the day to come. He thinks it's going to really pack out a bit later, so that'll be interesting, because what's just fascinating here is how many people just turn up in costume. It's brilliant, and I think because you've got Halloween as well, it's the perfect time to do it. So you probably get more people turning up around Halloween time just because of that. Hello! So I'm in another hall here. Seems to be full of merchandise, but sort of more generic random merchandise perhaps. Or not so random if you know what you're looking for. Still a bit quiet here because the doors don't open to the regular ticket holders for a bit. But if you need some sort of cosplay accessories, a new mug, a new sword for the war, this is definitely the place for you. And I'm not going to complain because it's actually relatively good for recording, because It's quiet in here, and there's not too many crowds. Okay, for some artworks. I'm going to try to see if I can find some cosplayers to sort of chat to. I did see a really amazing couple earlier who I don't know, they look like they're an older generation cosplayers, but they came as Battle of the Planets. And I imagine 99% of the people here probably don't even know what Battle of the Planets is. So I'm going to try to spot them. They shouldn't be too hard in this crowd of sort of Harry Potters and the rest. Whoa, look who I've just seen here. It's good to remember these sorts of events are obviously good PR events too. So if you're a YouTuber or comic book type person or a Twitter or Twitch or Snapchat or one of those sorts of individuals, obviously you're going to come here because this is the sort of place where you can interact with your public directly. You know, I've met these couple here behind me before at an event, and I have to say they're pretty normal in person. When you watch them on their YouTube channel, they are pretty much exactly like that.
How you doing, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to get some footage today to actually try to.
That's the same camera I got. Awesome.
I know. I was going to buy the lens off you, but it's too expensive.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
But. Tell you what, Barry Lewis, Stuart Ashens, had a nice old chat with them. I tell you what, they're just as nice as ever. Really, really great. Really good advice actually on how to approach the show, you know, how to traverse it, how to talk to people. So I'm going to try to put some of their advice into practice, and we'll see what drives some of these people at the show. Can you tell the people on YouTube land who you are?
Okay, my name's Paul. Currently cosplaying as Rogue Trooper from the 2000 AD universe. I've been doing it now for just under a year, started at the beginning of this year. Costumes totally homemade. Just scalped LED lights and torches from things to make the lights. And having a bit of fun, first time at MCM. And it's getting hot in here.
And I've sort of noticed when I was sort of walking around, I haven't seen too many sort of characters from the sort of 2000 AD type universe, but I wish there was more, because I think it's a really complete kind of universe.
Yeah, you will always find Judge Dreads. There's going to be plenty of Dreads. You'll see them about. Rogue Trooper is very rare. I think people have been cosplaying him for the last year really. Obviously as soon as I started, I noticed there was a couple more guys out there, but they're very few and far between. But yes, I mean, they need to make a movie next. That's the main thing really.
And how long do you reckon it would take someone to make a sort of similar costume? And
I made this initially in about 2 or 3 months, just messing about, but it's taken me the rest of the year just to make it a bit better, improve how it looks, you know, make sure that the weapon's good and the backpack lights up okay and stuff like that. So,
and if there's any
a few months.
What about the youth at home watching? You'd advise them if they sort of fancy doing it, but they're a bit scared because they don't want to, you know, they think it's a bit creepy getting on the bus to come down here in costume.
Honestly, I'm a mid-40s guy, so first time at MCM, I'm on my own. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
There you go. That's some good advice there. Just get out and do it. You know, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
but yeah, thank you so much, and
no
have
worries.
a great show.
Okay, mate. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, that is wonderful.
Can you take one step forward? Can you take one step forward, please, Ben? We just need to go in front of the screen line.
Who doesn't love Adventure Time? Absolutely fantastic. I think if I were significantly younger, I think I would definitely like to be a Finn the Human, because I always think the sort of Jake the Dog costume has been really hard to pull off. At some time in the not too distant future, I'm going to need to find some batteries. So we're going to walk on over to the next room, see what's here. The Great Wall. I think the Great Wall in Cinemas 2017 is an advert, not the actual room. Here's the Comic Con stand where you can have your photo taken. Steampunk stuff. Steampunkery. All sorts of steampunkery here, of course. It's not all just about goggles and old-fashioned hats, apparently. I wouldn't have thought it was possible to have a Street Fighter only booth here, but there's definitely a lot of Street Fighter memorabilia. I don't know if it's all done by Capcom or not, but it's a free play machine. I don't know where I am, and I'm very scared. Merch. Do you want some merch? Do you like your comics? This is where you want to be. Apparently there's a whole Gundam section, you need to look for that later. It's definitely starting to get noisier in here, so I've resorted to holding this up a little bit closer to my gob hole. If you are someone who is into videography, you could probably let me know what kind of mic to use in this environment, because it is absolutely torture. Definitely a lot of interesting people here, and some equally interesting costumes. And I'm just having to slow down now because it's really starting to get a little bit fuller, and it's kind of one of those things where you just got to look around because there's just so much to see. Everywhere you look there's something interesting, somebody wearing something weird. A lot of Harry Potter stuff going on, definitely a lot of sort of anime type things. You know, you can see I'm sort of grasping now. How long did it take you to make, sir?
It's probably, I started at the start of this year and just done it little bit by little bit.
Little bit?
Yeah.
Looks very effective. You caught my eye for sure.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Would you, if anybody's got the idea at home that they want to do it, would you suggest they just go out, make one, just don't be scared, come down, do it?
Yeah, sure. Pick something that you like. Pick something you care about. I love Fallout.
Hence.
I love the double barrel shotgun. I got me a double barrel shotgun.
Brilliant.
And just go for it.
Just go for it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're spending £100 or £10. Just find something you like and then try and do it as much as, basically.
And would you say, like, if they sort of just want to jump on the bus because their parents can't drive them down, or they can't get, it's all right. People won't mind.
Yeah. When it comes to like masks and stuff, probably best to take your mask off. But I mean, I came on the train as is, and yeah, sure, you get some looks, but that's the idea, isn't it? That's why we do it.
So don't be afraid. Just go out and do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Awesome. For interesting people here, you want some Pokeballs? You can find some there. What else do you want? What else do you want? There's everything for everybody here going on. Computer games, Tekken. Top hats. What more do you need? That guy's got a seriously big sword. It can't be said that he doesn't have an impressive chopper.
I think I'll try and sing this one.
Oh!
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
It's only 10:45 now, and considering I've only been here an hour, it's really started to fill up, and it's hectic, absolutely hectic. Unless I play something on shows, in fact I'm really big show, so let's see what we can find. Lots of video games here, and I did notice over there Tomy Turbo Racing. Yep, Tomy Turbo Racing. Don't see many of those intact. It's like Speak and Spell's very rare now. What else can we see? What I really like to find is probably a wallet to go with my belt buckle. So just having a little sniff around, a little root around. A suitable item. So this is the fantastic world of steampunk, and of course goggles. You know, goggles seem to feature quite prominently in it. Goggles and hats. So there's your hats, there's your goggles. Look at the workmanship on these. I think they're really quite nicely made. Nice bit of brass, bit of leather. Some gearage there. Everything you would need for that quintessential steampunk look. Brilliant. Obviously, this is the food hall, and it's very loud because behind me, of course, it has fairground rides. This is just a really impressive place. If you're into comics and pop culture, gaming, and all of those things, you've got to get down here. I know you're not going to get down here for this one, get down here for the next one. It's literally only 20 past 11. But I've had to stop and eat because this place is so crazy that you're going to pass out. It's just so full. As soon as they open the doors to the general public, it's just flooded. It's just full of people. Unbelievable. Ooh. I'm not sure how much longer I can take. So it's just about lunchtime now, and I'm going to have to bail out. MCM Comic Con London 2016 has won. It has exhausted me, and I cannot muster the energy to just keep going around and around. And these guys, they're just more and more coming in, all their costumes, all their different things. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It really is something that you could spend a heck of a lot of time at. Spend a heck of a lot. If you're wondering about whether or not it's worth spending the extra tenner to get in early, yeah, definitely spend it, because I can see it's just starting to really fill up at an alarming rate. So put it this way, if you want to come just to see people in cosplay and really be part of that crowd, don't spend the tenner. But if you want to run around and just sort of maybe snap up a few particular items, or there's some comics or something that you're looking for, you might want to get in a bit early before basically you'll just get crowded out of the place. Escaped the chaos. What a wonderful show. Really interesting. If you're into comics, if you're into games, if you're into just cosplay in general, if you're into movies, pretty much if you're into most pop culture, it's here. It's virtually all of it here. Steampunk, you know, just get to one of these places. It's absolutely phenomenal. What an amazing day. Time to jump in my car and go home.